Hello there, Stevos, and welcome along to this YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 most anticipated movies in 2025. I also just want to wish you guys a very happy new year. I hope whatever you're doing, you're going to have a very safe new year, whatever you guys are up to. But now, though, let's have a look at my top 10 movies that I'm anticipating in 2025. Before we do though, I'm just going to very quickly say something now, right? I looked back at my anticipated movies of 2024, not going to lie, right? So we had Terrifier 3, great. Saw 11, never came out. Imaginary, pretty bad. Madame Web, god awful. Ballerina, never came out. Mickey 17, never came out. Bob Marley's One Love, didn't even watch it. Alien Romulus, it was decent. Orion in the Dark, it was okay. And Ultraman Rising, slightly decent. So, you know, to be honest, there was quite a few bad ones. So it's going to be very interesting when I look back on this video in 2025, at the end of 2025, whether any of these movies that I'm anticipating this year in 2025, sorry, is going to be very decent or not. So let's have a look anyway at my top 10 most anticipated movies in 2025. So we're starting off with Elio at number 10. Of course, this is a brand new project by Pixar. It's really funny because I've not actually managed to get around to watching the latest Disney movies from 2024, which is Inside Out 2, which, believe it or not, is actually the highest grossing movie of 2024, and I've not yet seen that film, and I've not yet seen Moana 2 neither. So those films I definitely need to catch up on and watch at some point very soon. But Elio, though, I'm definitely looking forward to it. The story does look very decent, does look very interesting. I do wonder what the message behind the movie is going to be though, you know, because a lot of these Pixar movies, they do tend to have a meaning or a message behind the story. So it'll be very interesting to see what the meaning or message is behind this story when this one does come out in mid-2025. And then at number 9, I have got Lilo and Stitch. I'm not talking about the animated 2002 Lilo and Stitch movie. I'm talking about the live-action Lilo and Stitch movie. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't even seen Mufasa the Lion King yet. That one I'm planning to see in the next couple of days, though, so expect that one to appear spoken about in my next movie wrap-up video, which is coming out on Sunday the 5th of Jan 2025 at 4 PM UK time, right here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. But nonetheless, so Lilo and Stitch is on my anticipated movie watch list. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do, what they change, you know, and how it's going to be in live action. Obviously, we've had a couple of teasers, we've had the poster, and so far, Stitch, the design of Stitch looks absolutely fine. Doesn't look anything different than the animated version of Stitch, so it'll be very interesting to see what they do with this story when this one comes out in around about spring 2025. Definitely am looking forward to watching this one. And also as well, I feel as though with this, you know, obviously I hope and pray that this kind of helps me revisit my childhood, because I remember watching Lilo and Stitch a lot when I was a kid. You know, I remember having it on, I think, VHS back in the early 2000s. And, you know, honestly, this movie I absolutely adored as a child. So I'm really hoping that they don't do too much change when it comes to the live action stuff. We have had a trailer for this already at number 8. It's Companion. I mean, to be honest, Jack Quaid is in this movie. And also as well, there is another movie that Jack Quaid is going to be in a little bit later on in 2025 called Novocaine as well. And I feel as though this could be the year of Quaid, honestly. This could be. Who knows? But Companion, it does look very interesting. It is by the same people behind the movie Barbarian, which came out a couple of years ago from, I think it was 20th Century Studios they made that one. But honestly, Companion for me, though, looks very interesting. So I'm quite intrigued. This one actually does come out at the end of January. So this one hopefully will be good. we'll just wait and see what happens. Honestly, as long as it gets 3 stars on Letterboxd or over 3 stars on Letterboxd, then I'm satisfied. And it's the same with any of the movies that is in this anticipated movies list in 2025. If it's over 3 stars, then I'm satisfied that, yeah, this movie did well and it was anticipated by me, and, you know, I'm glad that I've watched it. But anyway, this one, though, comes in at number 8. At number 7, we haven't had a poster for it yet. We haven't had a trailer for it yet. I think it is probably in production still at the moment. But The Black Phone 2, I remember watching The Black Phone, I think back in 2023. I think that's when it came out. And I remember enjoying that one. You know, it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with The Black Phone 2. I probably would presume that this is probably going to be more of a prequel than a sequel, really, given the fact what happens in The Black Phone and what happens at the end of The Black Phone. So for me, this one is on my anticipated watch list at number 7. We'll just see what happens when this movie comes out. I'm hoping that it will be really, really good. At number 6 is Megan 2.0, or should that be Mithrigan 2.0? I don't know. But I remember enjoying watching Megan when that first came out. You know, I mean, yes, it was campy, it was funny in places and stuff. But I felt as though they kind of held back on the gore, and that is the only unfortunate thing about Megan. I kind of hope that they listen to the fan feedback, and I hope that with Megan 2.0, we get some gore, some horror. Like, come on, Blumhouse, you know, give us that gore, give us that horror. You know, we don't need this light horror, you know, like, just give it to us. Just give it to us horror fans, okay? Like, literally. I mean, honestly, I'm hoping and praying. I mean, all the cast members were, well, I say all the cast members, some of the cast members from the first movie are back in their roles for the second movie as well. So, and it's going to be very interesting. I have heard rumours that this is kind of like Terminator 2 Judgment Day. You know, where Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator comes to save John Connor from the other Terminator that's trying to terminate him in that movie. So it kind of it might be a little bit similar to that, with Megan trying to save the girl from the first movie from another artificial intelligence doll. I don't know, but what I am anticipating though is that this movie is going to be very, very decent and very good when it does come out, and I'm hoping and praying that that is going to be the case. At number 5 is Heart Eyes. Now, I think this one is actually going to be coming out around Valentine's Day, which I'm looking forward to. You know, it sounds interesting, it's got an interesting concept. Whether or not that concept is going to actually be really, really good and really decent, and whether or not they execute that premise really well, it's going to be very tricky, but we'll wait and see what happens. Obviously, I will review this one for the movie wrap-up a little bit later in 2025, but I'm just hoping and praying, though, that I think it's also done by the same people that made My Bloody Valentine. So, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this one, but I guess we'll just wait and see. At number 4 is Avatar, Fire and Ash. I mean, this one could have been at number 1, really. But, I mean, to be honest, I feel like the other movies, I guess, will be I mean, I'm highly anticipating them more than Avatar, Fire and Ash. But what I can say, though, with Fire and Ash is I'm looking forward to returning back to Pandora again. You know, I absolutely loved watching the first Avatar movie a couple of years ago. Obviously, it came out way back in 2009, but I only watched the first one a couple of years ago. And I really enjoyed watching The Way of Water with my mum about a year ago as well. So, therefore, I'm looking forward to watching Fire and Ash. I'm hoping that they're going to continue making this movie franchise in 3D as well, because I definitely will be seeing this on the big screen with the 3D experience, if the 3D experience is still available. But honestly, I'm looking forward to watching this one when this one does come out at the very end of 2025. At number 3 is Predator Badlands. Now, to be honest, it is directed by the same guy who directed Prey. And, you know, obviously I absolutely enjoyed watching Prey, which kind of gives me high hopes that this movie is going to be very decent as well. But again, we will just wait and see what happens with that. You know, I do know that there is also going to be an animated Predator film or something, which is going to be released just before Predator Badlands gets released. So that's going to be very interesting to see what happens in that film and whether or not the events of that film, you know, we kind of get the aftermath of the events of that film in Predator Badlands. I guess we'll have to just wait and see. Maybe that's the reason why there's going to be an animated film before the release of Predator Badlands, but we'll just wait and see. At number 2, yes, this was on my anticipated movies of 2024, but then obviously this movie got pushed back to 2025, and you know what? It's back on the list for my top 10 anticipated movies of 2025. It is Saw 11. I enjoyed Saw X. I have enjoyed some of the Saw movies within the Saw franchise. Be very interesting to see what they do with John Kramer, you know, in this one, and obviously Billy the Puppet as well, and what traps are in store for some of the victims as well, you know. So honestly, I'm really looking forward to watching Saw 11 when that does, fingers crossed, by the way, that does come out in 2025. And at number 1, again, another movie that was on my top anticipated movies of 2024. It's back on the top anticipated movies of 2025. It's from the world of John Wick, Ballerina. Now, obviously, we've had a couple of trailers for this now and stuff, and I love the fact that, yes, it is a prequel, it is a spin-off to John Wick. Yes, Keanu Reeves is in this movie as well, you know, and I'm just looking forward to seeing the action sequences and, you know, whether or not they're going to be as good action sequences as we've got with the John Wick franchise, you know, so that's going to be very interesting to see. I am looking forward to watching this movie when this one does get released a little bit later in 2025. And there we have it, folks. That is my top 10 anticipated movies of 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section down below what movie you're looking forward to in 2025, regardless whether it's on streaming, whether it's in cinemas, whether it's in this list or not that I've presented to you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you have liked this video, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Leave a comment in the comment section down below, and if you are new around here and you like what you see, then feel free to hit that subscribe button down below to become a Stevo. I will be back with your next YouTube video on Wednesday the 1st of January 2025, New Year's Day at 6 PM UK time, when I'll be going through my top 20 movies of 2024. Until then though, it's goodbye, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys again in my next YouTube video. Happy New Year, folks.